Hello everyone and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we're continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 2.2 preview playthrough as the Empire of the Hand. In the last few episodes we've been trying to work our way into this territory over here, but we are running fairly low on ships. Between episodes I made some stat changes to a lot of the ground units. I also made it so that we can build airstrikers, so we've got a few of them queued up on Corulag here. I think what we're going to do this episode is probably try to get Chandrila back before they can get too many structures built up there. So we're going to have to move one of our fleets back here. I'd like to build up some of our infrastructure along these planets just so we don't lose them super easily, but I think if any of the Oridu fleets try to come and take us off, our space defenses aren't going to do much for us. So we're going to do that. And we're going to make sure we have a Pathfinder and go on Karada. Let's see. Alright, so we should be able to fight this off. Got the turbo laser towers and all that. Shouldn't be too bad. There's a lot of AT-ATs that they've been sending at us, but really there's nothing much left for Maldruid. So I'm not going to be too angry at them. They don't have a lot going on in their lives at this point. So
all weapons loaded. T4B mobile.
we do have one of those sensor arrays here.
Moving into position.
So I'd like to keep that if we can.
Reporting.
Joke's on them, because we have that. But we'll see what the MMT stats have done.
Right away, sir.
I'm probably still going to have to make some more adjustments to it. I changed the damage and the damage type for the MMT's lasers. So they might end up being like super OP. I didn't change any of the defensive stats because I think a lot of why they were dying so fast was because of it was AT-ATs attacking.
We've captured an abandoned sensor array.
Entering battle.
I gave them a bit extra range though.
Engaging target.
I'd rather you shot at the thing that I was telling you to target.
Spearheading assault.
Okay, now swing around.
Unit destroyed.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit too much.
Unit destroyed.
Keep going.
Unit destroyed.
So I can probably go back to the old damage values as long as I leave the damage type.
This way. Form up. Over there.
Alright, they're gonna go for the civilians. So
Awaiting orders. I copy, sir.
how many do they have? Are that all? Yeah, those are all 5 AT-ATs.
Commence assault. T4B mobile.
Alright, they're all turned around.
Ready for
They'll be
attack.
shooting backwards fish in a
Into
barrel.
position.
No, don't turn back. No, don't miss either.
Unit destroyed.
Ah, got him. Look at that though. That is
Right away.
that is not staying that way.
Reporting.
But that's what happens during testing. Oridu is gonna attack.
Yes, sir. Underway. Almost.
Well, I'll use it for this episode, and I'll probably make those changes right after.
Heading out. Right away.
This one's gonna be facing us.
Base is
Oh, so is that one. Can we get one more off? Yes.
Unit destroyed.
And we got the turbo laser towers. There's going to be one there, one there.
Yes, Commander.
I don't think we actually get any more MMTs.
Ready. Fire. Open fire.
Oh, nope. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Fall out, troops.
Yeah, no, you turn. You turn. You turn.
All weapons loaded. Attack that target. Let's move out.
Stay back here. Well, we don't have any specialists or anything that can repair it, so we'll have to just see how they decide to walk into our stuff.
Our base is under attack.
Turbo laser tower destroyed.
Well, that's how they choose.
Let's go.
That one's gonna walk into nothing. But if they go for the barracks, they'll have to get through another tower. So
Attacking target.
try to get behind, and then
Over there. T4B mobile. Fire at will.
we'll snow speeder them. Only without the tow cables.
Attacking. Moving into position.
And without any kind of anti-vehicle damage.
Underway. Almost there. Heading out.
Yeah, we do nothing to that armor type.
Unit
Our
destroyed.
base is under attack.
Heading out. Fall out, troops. Let's go.
Factory
Go
destroyed.
this way. Over there. T4B mobile.
We've
Moving in.
secured a
Oh.
build pad.
Destroyed.
Oh.
Lost a build pad. Base is under attack.
Rancors everywhere.
Troy works destroyed.
Enemy bombardment is ready.
Uh-oh.
Ready.
Alright, let's get our soldiers in there. That's gonna walk into our turbo laser.
Base is under attack.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
You guys need to do the other thing.
Squad, move out. Right away, sir.
It's too close to the
To
water.
that area, sir. Heading out. Fall out, troops.
Nope, don't want to get in. You're dead. Alright, we'll have to see how our turbo lasers do against it. Oh, you want to come all the way up here?
Base is under attack.
No, no.
Roger.
Alright, it's up to you guys.
Let's move out.
It's almost dead.
We are
Ah.
victorious.
All me. 7. Well then. We lost a heavy vehicle factory and a light vehicle factory.
Construction complete.
These guys got to... Oh, they do still have Thanos. And that's a capital shipyard, too. No, you guys.
Construction.
You guys.
Tactical battle imminent.
We have an auto there. You're not going to win with that. When will they learn? Just go team up with me, fight a Raidu, and I'll let you live. Okay, I had a bit of a bug there, so I had to reload the battle.
TIE squadron.
But we should be good now.
Enemy forces ahead.
And let's see how this works.
Instructions received. For the Empire, commencing attack run. I've got them in my sights.
Arc 170s wreck us because they're firing arcs.
Space station damaged.
Long range scanner destroyed.
But let's see if the Odo will be able to fight these off like this. Right now, it's a bit weaker than it should be still. But
Our space station is under attack.
mostly because the shields don't recharge how they should. There we go.
Our space station is under attack.
Killed the Victories and one of the Providences. Part of it is also the firing arcs here. The fact that we can't actually hit stuff on this side because the weapons all go straight this way or that way. That sucks. But,
Location locked. Heading out.
Assault tank
Tactical
reporting
battle
for duty.
imminent. Tactical battle imminent.
yes, nothing there. Oh, Sajansage. That was...
Tactical battle imminent.
Well, it's only artillery that... Okay. We have the turbo laser towers. Wish we had more turbo laser towers.
All weapons loaded.
Sadly, we do not.
We've located the enemy.
And no barracks. I'm gonna need to fill some of these planets a bit more with structures. Let's kill this stuff before it...
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Almost there.
Unit destroyed.
T4B ready. Engaging target. Heading out.
Unit
Right away.
destroyed.
Moving out. Heading out. Fall out, troops. Let's go.
Still not enough to one-shot the artillery.
Heading assault. Keep going.
Unit destroyed.
Give me a target. This way.
We haven't even seen the AT-AT yet.
Over there.
We've got to try to get in between them
T4B mobile.
so they can't shoot.
Tank brigade here. Copy. Moving into position. Right away, sir.
No, don't sit still.
Unit destroyed.
Base is under attack.
Turbo laser tower destroyed.
Hmm.
Commence assault. Ready for attack. Underway. Almost there. Heading out. Right away. Moving out. Heading out, sir.
We're almost there. Yeah, I think we can actually... We're good now.
Fire!
We are victorious.
Alright, so they didn't land the other stuff. Was almost unfortunate. But we got this now. And we should be okay to take this planet back. We're not going to go for Coruscant yet. It doesn't look like Araidu's going to either. So the initial plan of letting them take Araidu, or letting them take Coruscant, and then taking it back from them before it gets built up too much isn't going to work.
Choose your reinforcements.
Chandrila's unit on point now.
Let's see. So Gilzians have been nerfed a little bit. Air Strikers are here now. MMTs has been buffed a bit too much. But that's roughly what we did.
Standing by. Scouting location.
I'm not sure if Air Strikers are still super OP from last version. Because I do remember changing a bunch of their stats several times since last release. But this is the first time that I've really sat down and played the Empire of the Hand since then. So I could be
Copy.
misremembering how stuff works.
En route.
I just really wanted a better scouting unit is why I
Moving to coordinates.
went and re-enabled them.
Going in. Ground target locked. Ready, sir. Ready for attack.
Power to weapons still makes them pretty good, but...
Initiating sweep. Ready for orders.
Alright, so they still do way too much damage.
Weapons online. I've got a lock.
The enemy has been defeated.
No reason not to take advantage of that right now, though.
Tactical battle imminent.
Ravan... Zinj attack.
Constructing
Let's build some
unit.
there. Okay, nothing we're going to be able to do about that.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Carta, let's get a
Vehicle
couple
in
MMTs.
production.
Kuat is still ours.
Tactical battle imminent.
So they're not going to leave Kuat like that. Wow, I hate all these artillery. I think we're going to make them a lot squishier again.
Awaiting orders. I copy, sir. I copy. Let's go.
The enemy is approaching.
Reporting. Keep going.
Because the range buff I'm fine with. But the range plus all the extra stats they got, I'm less fine with.
T4P mobile. Yes, sir. Moving into position.
We are victorious.
There we go.
Assault tank reporting for duty.
I think the jump troopers still use the old way of spawning in, so the AI doesn't like using them properly yet. But that's not going to be too difficult to fix. It's probably not a good idea to rely too much on the space over here either.
Constructing unit.
I did build
Ascendancy at the ready.
a couple things with Bilbringi.
Construction complete.
Well, let's kill that. Get our path back.
Tactical battle imminent.
Okay, so they abandoned Kuat.
Construction complete.
Maybe they will go for Coruscant now. Let's get another light vehicle factory. I don't like that the only light vehicle they really have is,
Construction
it's not.
complete.
T2B over.
Probably gonna have to retreat. Oh yeah, for sure. No thank you. But yeah, I don't like that the only light vehicle that the Empire of the Hand has is their anti-infantry one. It'd be nice if they had something kind of in the rapid fire tank. Or what's it called? No, that's the one that it is. The Rebel Armored Free Runner. That's the one I'm thinking of. It'd be nice if they had something more in that space
The enemy has been
as well.
Ties
Well, you know what? This is we got a lot of fighters here.
target locked. Attack formation. Coming back around for another run.
Getting a lock.
Excellent shot.
Intercepting.
I got one. I'm on them.
Well, we're not going to have any more fighters here. We haven't fixed the bug yet.
I have them now.
I'm on them. Go after the stragglers. Regroup for another attack.
Get our bombers going.
Coming around. Locking on.
They've got mostly fighters, or mostly carriers in that. So,
They're coming up quick. Orders, sir. Changing.
some interceptors going on here.
Acquiring target.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Craft. I've got them in my sights.
Taking fire.
Coming back around.
That's also why we want the...
Getting a lock.
Nope, the Messiah is going to die. That's why we want the AI to not use the ability at all. Or, not that why. That's not why, but... Because we're going to fix that bug as soon as possible. But it's more about... we'd have to program in specific use cases for it. And it's very difficult to have a situation where you're saying, this is always when you use that ability, because that's how the AI would work in the game. So it's better if they just don't have access to it.
Falling out of formation. Draw their fire.
Excellent shot. Attack formation.
I am worried about all the quasars they're gonna have, or not quasars, the Praetors. They had what, 7? It was either the 4 they left here, or they had all 7 here still, and that scares me.
Taking fire. Commander, they're hitting us. Where'd he go?
Coming back around.
Awaiting orders. Getting a lock. Nowhere to run. Locking on.
This is also the first episode of any TR content that I've done at, I think, like 45 frames per second. I bumped up the bitrate and a bunch of other stuff. So hopefully this'll, the actual video for this will look better than it has before. And there shouldn't be any other negative effects caused by that, but I'm gonna pay attention to that as necessary and
Awaiting your command.
hopefully keep being able to upgrade the video quality as we go.
Choose your reinforcements.
Regroup for
At maximum unit capacity.
I think this time last year I was still using the world's worst microphone, so trying to, as the channel grows,
Got them on scope.
improve the quality of that kind of thing.
Commencing.
target locked. Ready for battle.
It looks like we will have a lot of bombers left. That makes me happy.
Our target priority is the laser.
They do have another executor somewhere in the galaxy, so that's not good, but that is a lot of what we're going to be working on in the coming weeks. Kind of finalizing some of these systems, working out those kind of kinks and bugs that were introduced by them. And I do want to do that news post that I mentioned a few episodes ago fairly soon. We're just talking about general development, where everything stands, what's left to do, so everyone has a better idea of that. Are they going to jump in the Praetors? Yes. Okay, so they're dumping them all
Warm up.
at once there. I scaled the Praetors down a little bit.
Eliminating target.
I'm probably going to scale them up a little bit from this. But the problem is that after we get to like 2200 meters, so around the size of the Phalanx, the Intigo, the Allegiance, after that point we start compressing all the scales. So like the Executor is supposed to be about 17 kilometers, 17 to 19 kilometers. The Eclipse is a little bit shorter than that. Sovereign's around that. But it doesn't really fit or work well on the maps. So we typically do try to compress it a bit, but the problem with that was that you go from the Praetor at 4,800 meters to the Bellator at, I think, 7,200 or 8,200,
Attack that target.
and
Attacking target.
it was all just scrunching together a bit too much, so we wanted to space that out a little bit more. And I think maybe like from here to the back as a scale for the Praetor would work better. It should also help making them a little bit smaller with some of the issues where they want to spin more.
Attack.
But I think this is a bit too small.
Our engines are gone, sir.
The Phalanx is supposed to be around 1900 meters. This is theoretically like twice the length of a Phalanx. So it's
Attack that target.
almost 2.5 times. Yeah, about 2.5. So it's kind of complicated trying to keep it all scaled properly, but also functional in the game. Like everything below that point is scaled properly to each other. But
Our launch bay is gone.
once you get into
I copy.
like
The lasers are our target.
multi-kilometer ships, it gets
Attacking
weird.
target. Our target priority is the laser cordings.
Choose your reinforcements.
So we've lost a few capital ships, but
Maximum unit
Our primary
capacity.
engine system is
Production
down.
halted.
Reporting.
this is the majority of the Aridu fleet, I
Star
think.
Destroyer standing by.
But they do still have 2 more Praetors coming in. There's one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you guys go for that. Bombers.
Star
Keep the rest of our ships going for the other ones. And Peltists, you're going to be better at pulling through the shields, so we're going to send them over there as well.
Attacking. Awaiting orders. Awaiting your orders. Awaiting your command.
After the shields are down, stuff like the Phalanx and the Ascendancies are going to be fine for that.
Our launch bay.
Yes, Commander.
Your command, sir. Commander. Reporting in. Our engines are
Choose
gone,
your
sir.
reinforcements.
It's still going to be kind of close. I think these are the last 2, though. Or no, I think there's one other.
Ready. Firing.
Roger that.
And we've got to kill all the little Imperial 2 frigates, which are currently Calamitors. I mean, their stats aren't going to stay as they are, so I may as well just call them a Calamitor still. Code is being used as a placeholder so that we can like put them in scenarios and everything, but all these stats are still the old ones.
Copy.
Choose your
The lasers have
reinforcements.
been destroyed.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Let's get you guys are fine. Okay, here we go. Focus fire on this one, because it's going to still be a little bit vulnerable.
Our lasers are destroyed.
Choose your reinforcements.
Oh no, that's not what I expected to happen.
Engaging the enemy. Order confirmed. We've got them on scopes. Yes.
Alright, let's try to kill this one.
TIE squadron.
Shields are down there. And then we probably have to try to leave?
Awaiting orders.
We can kill
Commencing.
both of these that are weak. Well, at that point, we may as well
Attack.
just finish them off.
Fire. Awaiting your command.
Oh, wait, no, they do have all 7 here.
Fire. Our shields are down.
No reason to have that open. So what, that's 5 and 6 right there? Okay. Eh.
Preparing for jump
They've
to light
taken
speed.
out our launch bay.
We're gonna lose a lot of our ships just in the retreat. Ugh. That's painful. Okay, so they retreated over just to Chandrila. Really need to rebuild the fleet now.
Constructing unit. Vehicle in production.
Construction complete.
No, Aridu's supposed to take Coruscant. You're not supposed to take the Sauce Beacon.
Construction complete.
That's one of the things that I'm actually finding pretty encouraging about this playthrough. The fact that we are 200 weeks in, we've taken over as much of the galaxy as we have, and I'm still not, like, overflowing with credits. And
Constructing.
we're still having fairly big battles with at least Aridu, if not Zinj and
Tactical battle imminent.
Maldrude. But they are still putting up a bit of a fight themselves, so I'm fairly happy with the economy changes so far. I'm less happy with the
Be over.
fact that Aridu is going to beat us.
We'll get there.
We can probably take these guys away. We'll have a good
Tactical battle imminent.
fleet there. Corulag. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Right, so we're gonna have to retreat. I think tomorrow, so Thursday, we're gonna have a stream with AOTR, and then the second stream this week may end up being part of this campaign.
Enemy unit sighted.
So we will see.
Jump to hyperspace.
I'm gonna try. I've been trying to get a lot more work done this week, as far as what needs to be done on the mod. I am focusing a bit more on Ascendancy at the moment.
Destroyer reporting in.
Just because we want to get that out of beta first. And then after that, there's like a couple of small patch type things we want to do with that. But a lot of the next major addition for Ascendancy will be the Haves Consortium. So a lot of the work is going to be put between both Imperial Civil War and Ascendancy. We have to have some discussions internally about how exactly we're going to handle that, like which direction we want to go with the next version for each, to make it more efficient. But in general, we're agreed. Because we'll also have Fall of the Republic to worry about, and there's some stuff that we want to do in ICW that we won't be doing in Ascendancy, which will also have a bit of crossover with Fall of the Republic. So while we're doing one faction in Ascendancy, we might be doing two in ICW.
Star Cruiser here.
Tactical battle.
Why did I do that? They're just so close. It ends up overlapping. That's the problem with how many planets are in the mod. Like 270, and it has to fit in such a small area. There's still some changes I'd like to make to like the galactic map overall. But that might end up being a 2.3 thing aside from some smaller cleanup.
Send reinforcements.
Preparing for jump to light speed.
Because it does look very cluttered. And I don't love that, but... Okay, don't go over there. Oh my god.
Imminent.
I don't know if I'm going to take a little bit of time to build up our fleet a bit before the next episode, or if I'll just keep going how we've been going. Because we are really hurting for ships.
Preparing for jump to light speed.
We've got, what, 5 capital ships and a couple frigates now? And we're making about 8,000 per week. Back up to 27,000. So I think we can afford
Vehicle
to build that up a bit. I'll grab another Intego. It's still not done. It'll probably be... I think I am going to make it next on my list for
Beginning
models to do.
Constructing.
Now that some of the rigging I was done and some of the coding that I've been doing is done. So let's grab some more trade facilities. We could send our fleet in the back here, try to take out some of Raidu's planets before they're able to get their main fleets back.
Construction complete.
But actually, this fleet should be enough to take out... We can go back to Corulag, we can kill that Praetor. And that'll give us access back to some of this territory. The main thing, though, is that we have cut them off from over here. In Yavin, they don't have any Praetors. So I think we will do that. We're going to take this fleet, we're going to go into Corulag, we're going to take Corulag back, and then I think that's going to do it for the episode.
Captain here. The Ascendant.
Choose your reinforcements.
Yeah, let's jump everything in before we end up getting to the ship.
We're moving out.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Move out.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Excellent shot. I got one.
Get some chaffs in.
Your command, sir.
Fan favorite, obviously.
Targeting at maximum fire.
Alright.
For the M.
Bombers, do your bomber thing.
I'm on them. Eliminating target. Orders, sir. Target locked.
Rosvoli, don't die.
Reporting in.
Coming around.
Doesn't feel so nice, does it, Mr. Praetor? And ganged up on.
Back around for another attack formation. Getting a lock. Enemies in range. Go after the
And...
engines activated. Regroup
Roger
for
that.
another
Okay, we aren't even going to lose that.
command, sir.
Let's get our
Location plotted.
interceptors to kill some of those bombers first.
The enemy has been
Alright.
defeated.
They're falling back.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Actually, before we finish, since we do have this fleet, we may as well go see if we can take out both of those as well.
Construction complete.
Because the episodes have been fairly short lately, so I may as well see what Hikassi's got going on.
Tactical battle imminent.
We might be able to do a couple raids. Because I think we can fit 3 units in for that. And if we can make good use of some build pads and some airstrikers, that might be enough to take a planet or 2. I don't want to over-rely on that because that can get a bit boring to watch.
Choose your
But
reinforcements.
we do need to make some progress or else
We shall be there shortly.
Ryder's probably going to rebuild and then bad things will happen to us. So,
Come across enemy units.
Order confirmed. We'll get there. Location locked. Star Destroyer comms open.
let's get our
Receive orders. Ascendancy at the ready.
thing out. Yeah, you guys better run.
TIE squadron standing by. Commencing attack.
Get those fighters underway.
Ready for battle. They're coming in quick.
Maybe get some interceptors going as well.
Intercepting.
Yes, you are.
I'm on them. Commander, they're hitting us.
Okay, so I guess we'll go for that one. No, this one's turning around. It wants to fight.
Go. Eliminate
So,
target.
Coming around.
Nowhere to run. Get behind them. I have them now. Excellent shot. Falling out of formation. I'm on them. Coming around. I've got them in my sights. I'm losing. Draw their fire.
okay, bombers going in. Yeah,
Changing course to intercept.
sorry.
The shields on holding. Our primary engine system is down. Our launch bay is gone.
I'm not even going to look at what ship that is. Yeah, yes I am.
Go after the stragglers.
Mm.
Regroup for another attack.
Holding fire for maximum.
Alright, bombers, go and hit the other Praetor, because this one's almost dead. It's not even got any weapons left on the side that our ships are on.
Destroyer
So,
Preparing for jump to light speed.
please leave. Please leave. Yes.
Commander, they're hitting us. Where'd he go? Nowhere to run.
I'm surprised we haven't hit the selection freeze yet.
Falling out of formation.
We've done a lot to try to optimize that so it doesn't occur as early, but it still will occur at some point.
Attack formation.
Well, this phalanx is still good.
holding fire for
It's in a bit of rough shape, but it shouldn't lose anything. The Praetor's not going to be in a position to fire on it, so...
Taking fire. Commander, they're hitting us.
I think this is the last remnants of the fleet that killed everyone else in our fleet, so...
my copy. Reporting.
Sweet revenge.
That target.
Locking on. Detected. Nowhere to run. Falling out of formation. Draw their fire.
Okay.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Formation. Go after the stragglers.
Alright, so we've got it.
We are victorious.
Alright, with that, that's going to do it for today's episode, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll be back on Friday with the next episode. We are going to try to have a stream of AOTR tomorrow. And then maybe on Sunday we'll have a TR stream, but we'll see. I do want to try to get a lot of this territory taken before we move into this little arm here and the Aridu sectors. But thanks again for watching, everyone. I will see you next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, here are some more videos you may enjoy. Also, please consider becoming a subscriber, leaving a like, a comment, or becoming a patron on Patreon today. Your support is what keeps the channel going and is greatly appreciated.